not ourselves, so that I do not get confused again. Now, you've made mention of the fact that when the matter landed on the shores of the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutor, Pretoria, on the 26th of January 2019, yourself, Brigadier Perumal, you saw Advocate Baloyi, the lead prosecutor in this case, Advocate Leonard, and Advocate Mahwata. Now, when you say you saw them, what do you mean? Was that for purposes of presenting something, or you had a roundtable discussion with them?
Bathi ukhulume ukuthi ngelanga la nge-26 ngonyaka kajana ngonyaka 2019 ngesikhathi idocket le noma kandiliswa lapho kumofisa se-DPP la kumofisa abashushisi la uthize khona kodwa hamba nomnumzana uBrigadier Perumal ngesikhathi bothi nabona ke umnumzana Advocate Baloyi futhi umnumzana uLeonard futhi umnumzana Mahwata ukuthi mhlamba ubona ngeso lenyama noma kazi babone ngalo.
So what I mean, my lord, is that firstly that was the first time we introduced formally beside knowing the advocates maybe on various matters, insofar as this matter, that was the first time we were meeting as a team with that prosecutorial team, my lord.
Athi lapho ke noma mhlambe sele wahlangana naye ke umnumzana oku-advocate lecala leli noma mhlambe okumholi wabashushisi lecala leli ke noma wahlangana naye okulecala leli enkanti mhlambe ngelanga leli bekaqala ukuhlangana naye malana nalecala leli lokho akusukuthi mhlambe akaza ahlangane naye malana namanye ke amacala.
And that's why, my lord, I think I did testify as well that in that meeting, the two members, this is now Warrant Officer Makubo and Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi, were also present. I think we found them there, myself and Brigadier Perumal. My recollection, I think we would have found them there.
Uthi ngokukhumbula kwaqonto mhlambe uLieutenant Colonel Buthelezi Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi noRent Officer Makubo bawathula lapho sele bakhona ke yena ke no Brigadier Perumal ngesikhathi kade beya lapho ke bevakasha kumovisi wabashushisi.
Now subsequent, my lord, obviously the because I do recall that in that meeting the Brigadier took an exception in terms of the protocol, the discipline, that he was of the view was not being followed. But subsequent to that, the two members left, and then myself and Brigadier Perumal remained with the investigation, with the prosecutorial team, and that is where now basically the concept of whether they were intruders, because that was really the first day that I can place ourselves with the new prosecutorial team, was then discussed to say, based on the docket, we think they were intruders, and these are the reasons, and then obviously the way forward was then discussed. So it was, and I'm trying to summarize it. So it was the first encounter between ourselves and the prosecutors in charge of this matter, my lord.
Athi mhlawumbe mhlawumbe uthi isikhathi sokuqala la kade ahlangana khona ke lethimba labashushisi abakhona ke kulecala leli ngelanga lelo kade behlangane ngalo ke ngelanga la nge-26 ngenyanga kaJanuwari ngomnyaka 2019 la iqembu leli labashushisi kade liholwa khona ke umnumzana khona ke namuhla lana phambi kwenkantolo oshushisa icala leli ke uAdvocate Baloyi uyasho khona ukuthi kade khona ke abanye amaphoyisa lapho ke agcina ke ehamba ngendaba zemhlanga kade bengaphethe kahle ke kepha uthi na ke ngesikhathi kade bebuka ke idocument leli idocket leli ke kulabo athi khona ke bafunda khona ke bese izathu zabo zokuthi abantu laba abantu abangena ngaphakathi endlini besebenza kubudedingu noma mhlawumbe benza kubudlame lobo akade bebenza lapho ke bese babuya futhi banikeza izathu zabo zokuthi kungani kade besho kanjalo lapho kade sele nomnumzana uBrigadier Perumal.
Yes, and this point, my lord, of saying the allegation of whether they were intruders or not intruders was discussed because the two members, my recollection, were in that meeting when the Brigadier was there and myself. It was made loud and clear that their view is that there were no intruders. And at that time, as I've said, that was the first time I actually saw at a glance, at a distance, the docket 3751 of 2019. Not perusing it, but I saw it because then it was, reference was made to it to say, no, there's a defeating docket, there were no intruders. And obviously there were a clash of protocols as the Brigadier felt, you know, he's the senior person. And you know, I don't want to get to that, but that concept, my lord, was that allegation was raised, and then when after the two members left, then the Brigadier, based on the docket, and we presented on what is contained in the docket, and then the way forward of investigating, and then we left, my lord, with that mandate of doing investigation and opening and keeping the communication channels open as and when the investigation was carrying on.
Athi lapho ke kungaso lesikhathi kade bebonkana bona ke bezesiphoyisa lapho ke ngaphambi ukuthi amaphoyisa lawa amabili ke ahambe khona ke noma ngaphambi ukuthi bona ke yena ke futhi nombrigadier Phirima bathathe ke isinqumo sokuthi abahlale phansi ke baqhubeka nomhlangano wabo ke ngesikhathi kade bengaboni ngasonye kade bekhuluma ukuthi mhlawumbe abantu laba ngabe mhlawumbe igebengu igilamkhuba ezazingenela ngaphakathi kulela khaya leliyana bese zadala lokho gebengu ezabudala noma kade kusenzekani khona lapho ke bezathi ngemuva kwalokho ke ebrigadier Phirima futhi naye ke ufakazi kulabo thatha khona ke isinqumo sokuthi abahlale phansi ke bese ba present emalana nodaba abanalo noma malana nolwazi abakade banalo futhi bamikise izathu zabo ke lapho ke uyasho futhi khona njalo ukhulumile ngedocument leli ababiza ukuthi 375 of 1 of 2019 uthi nasile walibona nje kancane kepha akazalibukisise lonkana ngaphakathi.
Thank you, Brigadier. You say in the midst of the discussion, Buthelezi and actually when you arrived, we are now talking about the 26th of January 2019, when yourself and Brigadier Perumal arrived at the offices of the DPP, Buthelezi and Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi and Warrant Officer Makubo were already there.
Ngawuthize ngesikhathi kade lifika ngelanga la nge-26 nevakashela uvisi labashushisi abakhulu la ePretoria nathola khona ke uLieutenant Colonel Buthelezi futhi no-Warrant Officer Makubo sele bakhona lapho ke.
Yes, that's my recollection, my lord. I do know that previously I said I do not know whether we found them there or they would have arrived after that. But my recollection is we found them there, my lord, and then we found them seated, and then we were allowed also to sit with the prosecutorial team.
Athi yebo khona kunjama nomcabango wakhe ngicabanga ukuthi mhlambi bona ababathola sele bakhona lapha noma engenazo isiqiniseko ukuthi ibona abafika qala noma abo Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi futhi no-Warrant Officer Makubo abafika qala noma bafika ngemuva ukuthi sele bafikile lapho ke kepha bahlala phansi bonkana bese bakhuluma futhi neqembu labashushisi.
Now that you're saying your recollection says that you found them there, were they in a company of the prosecutorial team? That's now Advocate Baloyi, Advocate Leonard, Advocate Makwata. Were they busy in a discussion when you arrived?
Njengoba uthizena abathola sele bakhona ke lapho ke Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi futhi no-Warrant Officer Makubo ngabe kade behlezi neqembu labashushisi bekhulumisana nalo noma?
My lord, the impression I got is that we just arrived, we were following each other within few seconds, because the impression I got is that they would have arrived just maybe a few minutes before us, and I think it was just at an early discussion. I may be wrong, because like I said, I don't know what time they arrived. All I know is that we found them there, and then after we joined them, we got into the two dockets, the 375 and this matter.
Athi yebo ke khona njalo abathola sele bakhona ke lapho ke kepha akazi ukuthi mhlawumbe abathola sele benesikhathi esingangani bengaphakathi mhlawumbe bafica lapho ke benemizuzu noma mhlawumbe benemizuzwana sele befikile kepha ngesikhathi ade behlezi lapho ke phansi ke lapho kade bekhuluma khona ke bonkana funa iqembu abamaphoyisa noma abaseshi bezesiphoyisa futhi ke neqembu labashushisi ade behlezi phansi bekhulumisana khona ke lapho ke malana namadocket amabili ke lapho docket leli singalo phambi kwenkantolo njengamanje futhi nelinye ke docket ka 375.
Thank you, Brigadier. Now, just to have a clearer picture, at this point in time, because you're speaking of a docket that you were able to identify at a distance, at the glance, the split in the team that you have been referring to, had it already occurred, or you were still working as a team?
Athi mana docket leli sibili kokukhuluma ngalo thina alibonela ke ekudeni kancane ke ngabe mhlambi imali neqembu leleni ngabe besele liqhubeke phakathi ngesikhathi leso noma belingakaqhephuki phakathi?
No, I think we're still communicating, my lord, but the cracks were already there. Yeah. It was clear, because as I indicated, my lord, previous evidence is that even when this docket was opened, I only got aware after it was registered that there is such a docket. And as I say, the first time I saw it was, and not actually really perusing it, seeing it at a distance, was at the table of the DPP. And then really the first time where I had to see what is contained in the docket, it's when it was ordered by the previous presiding officer, my lord, that it must be disclosed to the defense, and we're then tasked with Advocate Baloyi and the DPP to actually get it and disclose it to the defense. So that was much later in the years. So the split, the cracks were there, but going down, I think, a couple of months from there, it was a complete separation, my lord.
athi lapho kade khona ke ama cracks noma kade khona kungaboni ngasonya phakathi kwabo njengeqembu lezesiphoyisa njengeqembu labaseshi lezesiphoyisa ke lapho ke kepha kade benako ukuzwana nyana okuncane ngesikhathi kade behlezi lapho kumofisi wabashushisa abakhulu ke lapho ke futhi yasho khona ukuthi malana nedocket leli kade akhulumile ngale ka 375 bayaqala ukulibona ke lapho ke futhi walibonela ekudeni kade engaliboneli ke eduze futhi akaze alifunde ngaphakathi abone ukuthi ngabe yini ebhaliwe ngaphakathi noma kade kuyini engabhaliwe ngaphakathi kwale docket lelo ke kepha ke inkosi yenkantolo lokade ihlezi kulicala leli eyasho khona njalo ukuthi idocket labalethele enkantolo futhi balifunde bonkana lenkantolo kulawa khona kwathola khona ke isikhathi sokuthi abuke mayana noqukethwe ngaphakathi kule docket lelo.
Thank you, Brigadier. Now, when you went to the office of the DPP on the 26th of January 2019, you then found Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi and Warrant Officer Makubo there. Was this a coincidence, or there was a prior arrangement as a team that on that day you needed to go and see the office of, that you needed to go and you needed to go to the office of the Director of Public Prosecution Pretoria?
Bathi ke ngelanga la nge-26 ngenyanga kaJanuwari ngomnyaka 2019 ngesikhathi benivakasha kuma-office abashushisa abakhulu abala ePretoria ke ngabe kade kuyinto mhlambe engajwayelekile mhlambe kade kuyinto eyenzeka ngendlela engajwayelekile ukuthi uhlangane no Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi futhi noRani Makubo khona lapho ke noma mhlambe iyinto selena ikhuluma qala emalangeni andlule.
My lord, I do not recall, as I indicated, at that time, Brigadier Perumal was appointed as the lead, and that's why he got hold of me and he tried to get hold of the members and then subsequently say, we need to go and see the DPP so that he can place himself on record and, you know, and make them aware that he is going to be part of the investigation and taking the matter forward. So I do not know whether between him, it may have come up when he spoke to them telephonically. I don't know, my lord. But there was no arrangement made by me for them to be there, my lord.
Athi lapho ke ngeke abe nalo kulwazi ukuthi mhlawumbe lokho kwenzeka kanjani ke ngesikhathi ukuthi ngesikhathi ade behamba behlangana futhi nabanye ke abasebenza nabo ke Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi futhi no-Warrant Officer Makubo ngesikhathi ade belapho ke kuma-office abashushisa abakhulu la ePretoria ngoba athi sathu sakhe nake lapho ke kade kuwukuthi umnumzana uBrigadier Peruman bekumele ukuthi ahambe ayotshela abashushisa abakhulu bala ePretoria abakade bephethe idocket leli ke ukuthi naye ke omunye wethimba labaseshi becala leli. Mhlawumbe yasho khona ukuthi mhlawumbe ngabe yena ke waxhumana nabo ucingweni omhlawumbe abashayela ngaphambi ukuthi bona uyena ke ufakazi onokhona phambi kwenkosi enkantolo ahambe ayikhona lapho ke ngoba yithi akanalo lwazi ukuthi konke lokho kwenzeka kanjani kepha bafica bekhona lapho kuma-office wabashushisa.
Thank you, Brigadier. Now you're saying in the course of the discussion, like in the middle of the discussion, the two, Warrant Officer Makubo and Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi, then opted to leave. They decided to leave the meeting when it was still happening. Did I get it clear there?
Athi manje ummeli ngabe kuzwe kahle ukuthizeni wena uthize uWarrant Officer Makubo futhi nomunye umnumzana uButhelezi bona bathatha isinqumo sokuthi abahambe ke umhlangano nosiloko uhlezi benesawuhleli noma ngesikhathi kade niqoqa umhlangano wenu bona ke bathatha isinqumo sokuthi kumele bahambe.
Yes, my lord. As much as I may not recall word for word what was said, but they left while the meeting was on, and they left us there. So we carried on with Brigadier Perumal and the prosecutors. So the two left us there, my lord.
Athi yebo kunjalo amaphoyisa la amabili ke ayihambela lapho ke nanoma ngeke akhumbula amagama ashiwo kulomhlangano ngaphambi ukuthi amaphoyisa amabili ke lawo ahambeke bese nake ufakazi futhi noBrigadier uPeruman basala nethimba labashushisi ngesikhathi be lapho kulomhlangano wabo.
Now, as a participant in the meeting, if you were to tell this court what necessitated their departure, what would you say?
Manje njengomunye kade ukhona ke wethimba lezesiphoyisa noma ithimba labaseshi noma ithimba labeshushisi noma ithimba labaseshi becala vele noma uphenya kwecala lakhe ungatshela inkantolo ukuthi yini eyaphoqa ethizeni egcine behamba.
My lord, my recollection, and I think I may have touched base on it before, was that Brigadier Perumal took an exception about what he viewed as ill discipline in terms of the protocol, because there's command and control structure. He was the senior person, and arrangement should have been made through him. It's a protocol. There's nothing unusual unto that. So the fact that they were found there, and I know also that he was struggling, because up to that stage, he wanted to get the 375 docket in order to advise the National Commissioner of what was contained there, based on the mandate that was given. And I do recall that he faced a challenge in receiving that docket or the copy thereof from the members.
Uyasho khona njalo ngeke abe sakhumbula kahle ukuthi mhlawumbe yini esathu senzeka lapho ke kepha ke njengokuthi umnumzana uBrigadier Phirimanga kade kuyena ke omkhulu mayinduna kade ikhona ke phakathi kwabo ke lapho ke noma umseki noma iphoyisa elikhulu phakathi kwabo bonkana lapho ke ngesikhathi kade bekhona ke lapho uyasho ukuthi khona njalo ke yena ke wabona njengamaphoyisa angayiphethe kahle ngoba khona ke protocol ekumele ukuthi bayilandele mhlawumbe umthetho kumele ukuthi bawulandele njengamaphoyisa futhi lapho basebenza ngokwezikhundla zabo ukuthi iphoyisa elincane kumele lilalele ipholisa ekhulu bese iphuze ekhulu nje iphuze ingathumele lenzeni lapho ke uyasho kwenza ukuthi uBrigadier Phirimanga lapho ke bekafisa noma bekafuna ukuletha idocket lela ka 375 ku National Commissioner malana nalo besathola isinqumo sakhe besathola ke uvo lokuthi kumele benze njani ke malana nedocket lelo ke.
Yes, my lord. So in summary, as much as I may not recall word for word, he was not happy with the conduct, perhaps let me put it that way, of the two members.
Athi njengokunciphile kade engayijabulele neze indlela abezesiphoyisa ababili kade beyiphethe ngayo.
Thank you, Brigadier. Just rest assured, this is not an indictment on anyone. I just want to know the background, you understand? Thank you. Now, it seems to me that already on this stage, there was another case docket that was being investigated parallel to the one that you are also investigating also.
Athi ke manje kuyena ke umeli kujayela ukuthi ngalo lelanga leli kade khona ke enye docket kade nisenza ke ukusesha noma kade niphenya mayelana nayo kuhambisana futhi necala leli noma nedocket leli kade unalo kuwena kusenjalo.
Yes, it is so, my lord, but it is also prudent to mention that the matter that relates to the death of Senzo Meyiwa, it's only the matter that is before court. The matter that was investigated by the two members relates to the docket that was opened somewhere in January in 2019. There is no assertion that the deceased was killed on that date. He was killed on the 26th of October 2016. And that docket relates to defeating charges insofar as I can recall, insofar as the charges. But yes, there was, to answer the advocate, there was a docket that was said to be investigated by the two members parallel to this one, my lord.
Athi yebo kepha kukhumbule khona njalo ukuthi mayelana necala leli esingalo phambi kusenkantolo yilona kade bephenya lona ke yena ufakazi kepha ke abezesiphoyisa laba ababili ke bona kade bephenya ke icala leli la ngo2019 la ka 275 lapho khona ke kade bethwesa noma kade bephenya icala lokugwema kusebenza kwendlela ezomthetho.
You know, Brigadier, when I'm telling myself that I'm working with you, then you're leaving me in the lurch. Now, you saying there's no other docket that was investigated in relation to the death of Senzo Meyiwa except the one that you were investigating. Now, the question that immediately comes to my mind is, what was the context or the content within which this other case docket that was investigated by, or that you saw at the office of the DPP on that day? Within what context was it being investigated? Was it not in relation to the death of Senzo Meyiwa as well?
Manje kuyakuza ukuthi malana idocket leli lesibili ke walibona lapho kuma office abashushisa abakhulu ke DPP ngesikhathi kade uneqembu leli abashushisa abakhona phambi kusenkantolo futhi nethimba lakho leziphoyisa ke ngabe idocket lelo kade lingekho ngokuthi kuphenywe malana nokushona kwakaSenzo Meyiwa.
No, my lord. So what I'm saying is,
Yes.
the matter, and I'm talking now the facts, factual facts. What you have, the crime scene that relates to the death of Senzo Meyiwa occurred on the 26th of October 2014. There is no other scene other than that scene. So that is the basis of why we are before court, my lord.
athi lapho cha akusinjalo ke ngoba uSenzo Meyiwa washona ngelanga lange-26 ngenyanga October ngomnyaka 2014 futhi yona ke isona ke sathu sileso esenza ukuthi sibe lapha ngekhosi enkantolo njengamanje.
Now, relating to this docket 375, my lord, that was opened in January 2019. What I do know, because I've then since had an opportunity to look at it, my lord, it relates to allegations that the witnesses or the people who were inside the house lied when they said they were intruders. So it seems to suggest that there were no intruders and the deceased was killed by one of the people who was inside the house. That's what it seems to suggest. But the charge there is one of defeating and not murder. And that is why I'm saying the murder dockets, and I'm speaking to murder in terms of its definition. The person that was killed is Senzo Robert Meyiwa, and the date of the incident is 26 October 2014, not 2019. That is why I'm saying in 2019, a defeating docket was opened for the witnesses who are the people who are inside the house in this matter, my lord.
Athi lapho ke yasikhumbule into yodwa ukuthi idocket leli esingalo noma esikulona njengamanje lapha ngokwesenkantolo ke idocket lecala lenzeka ngelanga lange-26 ngenyanga October ngomnyaka 2014 la kwabulawa khona ke uSenzo Robert Meyiwa bese uyabuya futhi ukukhuluma nodaba ledocket lesibili ke ukuthi idocket lesibili lavula lona ke ngenyanga kaJanuary ngomnyaka 2019 la kade bethi khona ke kade besola khona ke mhlawumbe benentsholo khona ke ukuthi ke abantu bonkala kade bekhona ngaphakathi kulo muzi kade beqambe amanga bengakhulumile iqiniso futhi kade begwema ukusebenza kwengalo yomthetho mara nokukhuluma iqiniso la ukuthi ngabe kahlahle yini eyenzeka ngelanga leli lange-14 nge-26 October ngomnyaka 2014.
Thank you, Brigadier. Now, as I understand you, is that if I were to call it that way, the reason for the cracks to happen in the investigating team is because some members of the investigating team held the view that at the same scene, on the same date, which is the 26th of October 2014, there were no intruders. The death of Senzo Meyiwa was caused by a person that was or by one of the people that was in the house. Whilst the other view that was held by the other section of the investigating team is that on the same scene, on the same date, there were intruders. Should I understand the whole context of the existence of these two dockets in that fashion?
Athi-ke ummeli manje uthanda ukuthi abuzeke ekuthizeni mhlawumbe azwisiseke lamadocket amabili ke ngendlela ke ukuthi kade angafani-ke kuwukuthi mhlawumbe ithimba leli noma into eyakhokhela mhlawumbe into eyadala ukuthi kube neqhephu phakathi kwithimba lenu njengabaseshi bamaphoyisa-ke kuwukuthi amanye amaphoyisa kade-ke bona-ke bethi lapho-ke akukho umuntu owangena nomhlawumbe igebengu ezangena ngaphakathi kulo muzi kulela khaya lelia bese zadubula-ke umufi kepha-ke bathi bona-ke umuntu owadubula-ke umufi ngabe kade kuwomunye wabantu ade bekhona-ke ngaphakathi kula muzi loyana-ke kepha kunye kuhlangothi-ke ithimba leziphoyisa bathi bona-ke nomthimba labaseshi lithi khona-ke lapho-ke my apologies, my lord, I couldn't get the whole.
The other section of the investigating team
yes,
holds or held the view that there were indeed intruders.
Lapho-ke, thank you, counsel. Lapho khona-ke linye ithimba labaseshi becala bathi khona-ke bona-ke basothi kade khona-ke abantu nomhlawumbe igebengu ezazingenela kuloya muzi.
So, my lord, I'll answer it this way. Yes, I agree there were two, there's this docket 375, but I wouldn't attribute the separation to this view or this different understanding of what really happened.
Athi yebo khona-ke kungaba njalo kepha ngeke ahambisane nenkulumo yakhe ngokugcwele ukuthi wena-ke mhlawumbe kade khona kungaboni mhlawumbe ukubona-ke ngendlela ezimbili phakathi kwalecala.
And I'm saying that with greatest respect, my lord, I think it boils down to discipline, in my view, because even if you differ with your superior, I've not seen a situation when you differ with your superior and then you take things and go to, I don't know to what office. There's a protocol, there are measures in place, and the directive that was given to us, me as the leading investigating officer, these members was that I'm the leading investigating officer. The team that is supposed to guide us in this investigation was one team that we ended up with, and that is the one with Advocate Baloyi was part of. At no stage did this prosecutorial team said we must be separated. We were there. All that needed to be done was to present the evidence, and then we get guidance from the NPA based on the evidence, not opinion of what I think, based on the evidence that we've collected, and then they make a decision, and then you take the matter forward if there is evidence to take it forward, my lord.
Athi cha lapho ke akusinjalo ke uma angayibika ngale ndlela lelandelayo kuthi ukuthi khona lapho kade khona kungayiphathi kahle ke phakathi kwethimba lakhe leziphoyisa lekade besesha icala lini ngoba khona ke umgwaqo nomhlamba umthetho kumele ukuthi bawulandele lapho uma ngabe besebenza khona ke lapho ke akusukuthi mhlambe omncane kumele iphoyisa encane kwamele liphikisane nephoyisa elikhulu kulona ke futhi uthi na ke imbangela yalokho ukuthi amaphoyisa la ethimba lakhe kade ngayiphethe kahle ngoba kade kuye ke kade ahola ke ithimba lakhe labaseshi becala leli ke futhi asho khona ukuthi kuyizathu leso esenza ukuthi bahambe bayakumovisa abashushisa abakhulu ke futhi ekuthize bathole ke indlela yokusebenza ukuthi bangasebenza kanjani mhlawumbe izeluleko zokuthi bangasebenza kanjani eziqhamuka kwithimba labeshushisi.
And my lord, in addition to that, I've indicated previously right at the inception, rather after we appointed, and after I've made copies to all different members, to say what is it that informed me at that stage, because that part was important to look as to whether they were intruders or not intruders. And I've allowed this exercise to all the members to say, let's go and read the docket separately and come together to address the issue of whether do we think the evidence contained in the docket indicates that there were no intruders or there were intruders. Because after we've answered that answer, my lord, of giving an answer to that question, then the next thing will be the direction of the investigation, whether we are pursuing the people who are inside the house or we are looking for the intruders. Now, I've also testified, my lord, that after reading the docket, and I've given numerous reasons of things that I found, I could find no basis that there were no intruders, but contrary to that, there were intruders, my lord. I found it in terms of objective evidence, and I found it in terms of Mr. Ngashe, the senior, the warrant officer, who says in his statement he blew a whistle and one of his sons were chasing the perpetrators. They chased them to the park and came back. That evidence was there. Now, on what basis can I ignore this? And I'm simply giving the background to say why was this view and why I didn't agree with this view. So my view is that you investigate, my lord, with greatest respect. You present the evidence to the NPA, which was available to us. And if the NPA had said to us, no, there were no intruders indeed, we're going with 375, that would have been the position that I would have had to respect, if I think it's correct, of course.
Athi lapho ke ngemuva kokuthi ke atholeke idokhethi leli wahlala phansi nethimba lakhe ngesikhathi bekahlala phansi nethimba lakhe bese wabanikeza amakhophi ukuthi nabo bahambe bofunda ke bese babuye futhi ade benombuzo ukuthi ngabe lapho kade kwangena igilamkhuba noma kaze kungena igilamkhuba ngesikhathi ade bebuka ke docket leli bese wade waceda abahambe bofunda ke docket leli ke bese babuye bakhuluma malana nalokho bona abakuzwisisayo malana ngemuva kokufuna idocket leli kepha uyasho khona njalo makhuluma kufakazi bakuthi kulapho khona futhi ngesikhathi bahlangana nabashushisa bekhulu ke bethimba labeshushisi abafunda khona ke nedocket leli abanalo njengamanje ke lapho ke ngoba khona ke umnumzana unqashe lela wakhuluma khona ukuthi wayena ukhalisa ke impempe lapho ke ngemuva kokuthi akhalisa impempe bese indodana yakhe yagijimisa ke labantu abade bengene ngaphakathi kuleli khaya lelana ngesikhathi kade kusenzeka lobugebengu noma ngesikhathi kade kudaba kusenzeka lo dlame lolu ke lapho kuleli khaya leli kade kwenzeka khona ke isigameko leso ke.
Thank you, Brigadier. I would have imagined when the gentleman and the lady there, the Warrant Officer Makubo and the Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi left the office, they had their head bowed down and probably throwing tantrums and saying, I see a hamba. I'm sorry, Brigadier, those are not facts. I'm going to request the court that if needs be, you go get your memorandum that you submitted to the DPP and then it be made available to us and then we work on it. Because now I don't know what evidence are you saying you had in respect of accused number 1. I don't know what evidence you're saying you had in respect of number 2. But then you're saying that is then the process that I also embarked upon. I want facts. which you presented to the state.
athi lapho akazwisisi kahle-ke mnumzana njengofakazi ukuthi ngabe kahle kahle yini le kade unayo-ke mayelana noma amaphuzu ofakazi kade unawo-ke mayelana nomsola wokuqala futhi nomsola wesibili uma ngabe uthi-ke nina-ke nenza-ke uhlelo olufanayo ncamashi noma uhlelo olulodwa ngesikhathi kade nibathwesa amacala noma ngesikhathi kade niphenya icala.
My Lord, issues such as the memorandum or the summary of the case by the investigating officer are filed in the B section of the docket and are privileged. They've got nothing to do with the information that is contained in the A section of the docket. We submit, therefore, my Lord, that the defense is not entitled to, not that there's anything to hide in the memorandum, just the issue of legal principle. They are not entitled to information or documents that are filed in the B section of the docket. But secondly, and more importantly, counsel says he wants facts. The facts have been presented before court by way of affidavits. We submit that it is therefore unfair to expect of this witness now to regurgitate facts that have already been presented before court.
As it please the court, my Lord, I think probably it eludes the state's attention or mind that I'm doing cross-examination on behalf of accused number one. I am his new counsel. I don't know what facts were presented here on record, which is the reason why that witness is there to assist me, to assist the court. But again, I emphasize, my Lord, there is nothing privileged where an investigating officer prepares a memorandum and says to the prosecutor, on the basis of this memorandum, can you please make a decision on whether you want to prosecute or you don't want to prosecute this accused person? What is privileged about that?
You know what? Have you read, is it section 279 or 179? Which makes Batohi,
It's 179.
Batohi decide whether to pursue a prosecution or not.
Yes.
So this witness can't help us because that evidence played itself in court here, which evidence was read to, it was Johnson. Who was the guy then? The guy used to call Sean the Sheepman. What's his name?
Sean Abrams.
Is that the one who decided?
No, it is the current NDPP.
Oh, Batohi.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. So Batohi goes over that evidence, and the decision is his, not this gentleman.
No, my Lord, maybe
and
I'm-
it's a, no, just
Thank
listen to
you.
me. And it's a misnomer to say the state doesn't have privileged information. What this witness discusses with Batohi is privileged. The same thing as what you discuss with your witness is privileged. And that is the law.
My Lord, I am saying the basis, the facts that he submits to the DPP or to the NPA and requests them to make a decision on, we are entitled to know that. And that is exactly what I'm requesting this week. And my Lord, let us for a moment assume that that is privileged. He said he submitted, he made the presentation to the NPA and requested NPA to make a decision on. He did this, in this instance, he did that in the form of a memorandum. I'm simply requesting him to tell me the facts that he presented to the NPA, which facts have got to do with this accused person that are before court here. They are entitled to know what is it that Glinda told the NPA about us, which ultimately the NPA then decided that we should be arraigned for trial here.
Okay, let's hear you. I mean, I don't want to waste time. Let's hear Gininda.
Maybe just one aspect, if I may be so presumptuous as just to mention that to respond to one aspect. Counsel says he wants to know the facts on which the decision to charge the accused was based. That decision was based on facts contained in the dockets. And he has been furnished with copies of the statements, copies of the docket on which the information to charge the accused was premised. Nothing more, nothing less, my lord. He already sits with the information. I cannot fathom why he would want a summary that an investigating officer makes for himself and for the purpose of briefing the DPP, that he should have sight of that when he's sitting with the statements on which the decision to charge the accused was based.
Yeah, okay.
As it pleases the court, my lord. It is so that we have a docket, but there is nothing wrong in me, while serving that docket, to request this witness to give that factual basis or to give the facts on which he approached the NPA. This is cross-examination. The state cannot simply assume.
You know what, I'm going to overrule you. I just read 179. Just read what 179.
Then I'm not going to proceed.
Just read 179.
Well, the heading says prosecuting authority, section 179, subsection 1.
Yes.
There is a single national prosecuting authority in the Republic, structured in terms of an act of parliament and consisting of a national director of public prosecutions, who is the head of the prosecuting authority and is appointed by the president as head of the national executive, and B, directors of public prosecutions and prosecutors as determined by an act of parliament, subsection 2. The prosecuting authority has the power to institute criminal proceedings on behalf of the state and to carry out any necessary functions incidental to instituting criminal proceedings. I think that's what the court has just referred to. Subsection 3, national legislation must ensure that the Director of Public Prosecutions, subsection A, are appropriately qualified, B, are responsible for prosecutions in specific jurisdictions, subject to subsection 5. Then subsection 4, national legislation must ensure that the prosecuting authority exercises its functions without fear, favor, or prejudice. Subsection 5, the National Director of Public Prosecutions, A, must determine with the concurrence of the cabinet member responsible for the administration of justice and after consulting the directors of public prosecutions, prosecution policy, which must be observed in the prosecution process. B, must issue policy directives which must be observed in the prosecution process. C, may intervene in the prosecution process when policy directives are not complied with. And D, must review a decision to prosecute or not to prosecute after consulting the relevant Director of Public Prosecutions and after taking representations within a period specified in the National Director of Public Prosecutions from the following: Roman figure 1, the accused person; Roman figure 2, the complainant; Roman figure 3, any other person or party whom the National Director considers to be relevant. Subsection 6, the cabinet member responsible for the administration of justice must exercise final responsibility over the prosecuting authority. And lastly, subsection 7, all other matters concerning the prosecuting authority must be determined by national legislation. That is the sum total of section 179.
Yeah, you can answer that if you think you can. But what the law says, there has got to be litis constantatio. before a person can be charged in a court of law. In other words, the accused himself must plead. And when he pleads not guilty, then that is the commencement of the case. And if the accused or his counselors believe that these charges are frivolous or they are brought for a malevolent reason, then he brings an application to court for the judge to decide whether in fact there is evidence, prima facie evidence upon which a person may be charged. So even Batohi doesn't just read. He inspects the docket, he goes to the law, because this is what guides him. And only after that does he charge a person. And the law specifically says a director of prosecutions may not charge a person if there is no sufficient compelling reason. Okay, you can answer Mr. Nisi, if you are able to. That's what the law says.
May I just assist the court, my lord?
No, you don't assist me, please. I've told you what the law is. Don't assist me.
No, I'm not.
If I'm wrong, take me on appeal, take me on review, fine. But I'm saying this witness, you can cross-examine him on that very aspect.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you. Thank you, Brigadier. I said I'm requesting the facts that you presented to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, on which you are requesting them to make a decision on these accused persons. Thank you. You say, in respect of accused number 1, it was, you had evidence of a confession, you had evidence of a pointing out, you took statements from witnesses, and what else?
Bayacela ukuthi azike lapho lapho kakade bekhuluma malana nezomthetho ke ngesikhathi malana nenkulumo kaMmelweni le bayiqhamukisileke bese umnumzana advocate Bhalo bese wafunda malana nesigaba lesi somthetho esahambisana nalo daba lo kade inkosi enkantolo idikida ke futhi noMmelweni ke lapho ke bese inkosi enkantolo athi kulungile ummeli angaqhubeka abuze ke lo mbuzo ke lana ke uyamvumela ke uMmelweni ke manje ecela ukuthi ufakazi ke aphendule ke malana nodaba lo kade noma malana amaphuzu la kade anawo ke amaphuzu lawo ke la khona ke amlekelele ekuthizeni bakhona begcina kuthwesa ke umsoro oqala ke icala lapho ke bese wakhuluma ngodaba le-confession, udaba lwama-statement ofakazi futhi nodaba lokuthi kade ikhonjiwe yena ke lapho.
My lord, so with greatest respect, previously, even on the trial, within trial, and subsequently on the trial, when I was busy, particularly under cross-examination, I dealt with the evidence that connects all the accused. And that is found because I was referred to various statements, but the statement which contains the facts, the evidence that I have on each of the accused, I was made to read it in court, and it summarizes all the evidence, and that is A198. That is the application for the warrant of arrest of accused dated the 23rd of October 2020. Under each accused, the facts, as Advocate Nisi says, it needs the facts of what evidence did I have. That is a summary of it, although I was directing it to the court, but it was emanating from the docket, not from me, and it is the facts that I presented to the DPP. Now, if I have to be specific as to point by point what is contained, it means I must go through this statement. I've dealt with it.
There was an application for a warrant of arrest against Kelly Khumalo, which was not authorized. Did I get you well in that?
Athi ke esikhathini esidlule kunala ukukhuluma khona ke ngodaba lokuthi khona ke incwadi kade wena ke uyicelile noma isicelo kade usenzile sencwadi ezokuvumela ama ezokuphilungelo lekuthizeni amaphoyisa ke besabopha uKelly Khumalo athi ngabe ukuzwe kahle ama akuzwile kahle ngalo daba lolo.
That is correct, my lord.
Athi yebo ungizwe kahle.
Thank you. Because also that information is now in the public domain. Actually, it came from you. What were the reason why that application was declined?
Athi-ke lolo lwazi lolo liqhamuke nawe-ke manje umbuzo kuwukuthi kungani isicelo lesi bangakaze basivume noma kungani sile banqaba-ke isicelo leso?
So the first part of the question, my lord, it is not 100% correct to say it came from me. It was initiated by the late Advocate Mngomezulu during the trial within trial. And
Athi lapho kumalana nephuzu lokuqala akusukuthi ulwazi luqhamuke naye. Kepha kulwazi lwaqhamuka nosele ashona noma sele angasekho-ke umnumzana Advocate Mngomezulu ngesikhathi kade abuza ke imibuzo ngesikhathi kade khona-ke umzila ngaphakathi komzila la enkantolo noma icala kade ehlelwe phansi la enkantolo.
and such a statement then, my lord, was read. I read it. But I was under cross-examination by the defense of accused number 1.
Athi-ke futhi ngesikhathi leso-ke khona-ke statement lapho-ke esafundwa-ke lapho-ke futhi kade bemphenya noma kade bembuza-ke imibuzo mayelana nodaba lwakamsola wokuqala.
And I indicated, my lord, that the reasons, firstly, were the issues of further investigations, which started as early as October. Subsequently, this statement that I'm talking about was in November 2014. So there were instructions that DPP felt that they should be acquired, but then subsequently the strategy of approaching the case moving forward. So it was a folded approach. It was not one. At the beginning, it was further investigations which were done, because if one looks at the time when we made a memorandum and indicating the phone numbers, and one looks, rather if you look at what was available when the memorandum was done and what was contained in the statement later for the warrant of arrest, there was more things. There were more things insofar as Ms. Kelly Kumalo. But during the discussion, then further investigations and certain approach were then discussed with the DPP, my lord.
My apologies, my lord. Can the witness please repeat it again?
So it was further instructions and the approach to the case, basically.
Athi lapho-ke ngesikhathi kade kusenzeka lokhu-ke ukhumule khona nje athi icala leli noma mhlambi-ke lapho-ke udlame noma mhlambi isehlo noma mhlambi-ke lapho-ke yebo isehlo senzeka ngo-October futhi athi ngesikhathi ngenyanga kaNovember kula kade khona besesha noma kade bephenya-ke khona-ke njalo-ke icala leli-ke futhi athi khona-ke iy'nqumo noma mhlambi lapho-ke uhambo noma mhlambi ukusesha kwecala noma mhlambi ukuphenya kwecala kade kusenziwa khona-ke lapho-ke futhi icala ukuthi kukhona-ke inkulumo ezenzeka lapho-ke futhi yizo ezenzayo ukuthizeni banqabe noma yebo banqabe ekuthizeni bakhiphe-ke incwadi lethizeni uKelly Khumalo aboshwe.
Brigadier, I don't want to assume that I understand your answer now. I perfectly don't understand it.
Athi akazwisisi-ke akazwisisi neze impendulo yakho ophane ngayo.
Now,
Mnumzane.
oh sorry, you're saying the reason why that application was declined is because of further investigation, further instructions. In that case, the investigation was started with in 2014. I'm unable to follow the reason why this application, as per your explanation, was declined.
Athi yena-ke akakhoni ukuzwisisa ukuthi ngabe kungani isicelo lesi bangazange basile basinqaba bangakazi basivumele ngoba ukhuluma ukuthi khona-ke inkulumo lapho ekade ikhulunyiwe nokade kade uyitsheliwe lapho-ke mayana nokuthi futhi nokuphenya kwecala noma nokusesha kwecala ngabe kahle kahle uthi yini ukhuluma nomnumzane.
Please make me understand
Athi ucela ukuthi umenze azwisise
the reason why application for warrant of arrest against Kelly was declined.
athi ucela ukuthi lapho-ke umlekelele futhi umsize ngendlela eqondile ejulile ekuthizeni umtshele izizathu ekukuthi kungani isicelo sencwadi leyo kade uyicelile ekuthizeni uKelly Khumalo-ke aboshwe ukuthi bayinqabe incwadi leyo.
You know, the language is obviously incorrect. You're using declined. The other time you used authorized. The DPPP, in terms of the law anyway, decides whether a person must be charged or not. The DPP also decides whether a warrant of arrest should be issued against a person or not. And if he doesn't do that, the policemen who have come with, to put it loosely, a recommendation, don't have any power to dissuade the DPP from doing his job. That's how I understand the law. So the DPP, can think there's conclusive evidence that Baloyi must face charges, and the DPP refuses to charge. You've got remedies in terms of the law, which you can initiate. Like, for instance, to quote a case which is known by everybody, the case of the state versus Tint. It's been going for 20 years or 10 years, where a particular well-known individual was not charged in the initial matter. Some other person was charged, and that other person, allegedly, who were in cahoots with the person who is not charged, was sentenced to jail for I don't know how many years. And then the other person, subsequently, when there was a change of a DPP, the new DPP then charged the second person. That's how I understand the law. Am I correct in interpreting? I mean, you're a senior advocate.
Yes, in the sense that it's NDPP, not DPP.
NDPP.
NDPP,
Sorry.
yes.
National Director of Public Prosecutions, in other words. DPP is his junior, like Du Toit and Baloyi and the doctor here.
Manje kusenkantolo lapho ke kade ibukisa futhi noma kade mhlawumbe idulika lokhona ke lapho nezomthetho ke abasebenza ngakho lapho kuma office wabashushisa abakhulu lana eNingizimu Afrika ke athi lapho ke iphoyisa ngeke libe sesimweni esiqondile noma esimweni esikahle ethizeni siphendule ke malana nalombuzo kade kummelweni ubuze ukuthi kungani incwadi lena ethizeni ukhele Khumalo aboshwe ke noma isicelo sakhe sokuthi malana nencwadi kade icelile ethizeni ukhele Khumalo aboshwe ukuthi kungani kade esele bayinqaba lapho ke ukuthi bangayivumeli incwadi leyo ke bese inkosi enkantolo yathi khona ke lapho ke iphoyisa ngeke likhona ukuthi liphendule kahle ke lapho umnomzana ubaba uGininda ngeke akhona aphendule lapho ke malana nodaba lolo ke ngoba kusiwe uthatha isinqumo ke lapho ke kepha ke ithimba noma ke ihhovisi labashushisa abakhulu ukuthi lapho ke National Director of Prosecutors nesingisi uthatha isinqumo thizeni umuntu kumele bamthuse icala noma akumele ukuthi bamthuse icala.
Is it please the court, my lord? This witness had already gave the reason why the application for the warrant of arrest against Kelly was declined.
By whom? Declined by whom? That's the point.
That doesn't matter, my lord, for me, in my cross-examination.
For me, it matters because I'm a judge. And if you say there's a person who has power to have declined a particular exigency, I must understand that language. That's why I said I let it pass when you said it was not authorized. It was declined.
Yes. Maybe just to assist the court as to who
Yeah,
did not authorize it. The
Yes.
witness can answer that.
that's it. That's different.
Yes.
Manje bacela ukwazi ukuthi ngabe ubani ke lo ongakaze avume ekuthizeni ke avume incwadi le odwa uyisenzile masicelo sakho sencwadi malana ukuthi ukhele Khumalo aboshwe.
My lord, the procedure was as I've indicated. You collect the evidence, we forward it to the DPP here in Pretoria. Then decisions will be given to say indict on these ones, further investigation. That's how it unfolded, my lord.
Athi ke lapho ke isizathu salokho ukuthi yena ke wathatha ke ubufakazi kaDanabo ke futhi wamnikisa kumahhovisi abashushisa abakhulu noma kwithimba abashushisa abakhulu lehhovisi lana ke Pretoria besathi ngemuva kwalokho bese umthetho na kumele uhambe ngalana kamacala malana nalabantu.
But it was not, the correct context, my lord, that must be explained. There was no decline. We never reached a deadlock with DPP where they say, despite this evidence, we don't want to charge. There were, as I've said, there were further instructions and the approach that the DPP wanted to take in prosecuting the case. And that's not my terrain, my lord. I can't impose. I can only present what I have and take guidance from the people who will lead the case during the prosecution. But it will not be correct to say there was a refusal. There were certain discussions, but there were no position to say, despite what we see, we don't agree or we refuse. It was simply further instruction at first, and then the approach to the matter. That was my understanding of why then the Kelly Khumalo was not added.
Athi-ke lapho ngekhe athina-ke incwadi leyo bayinqaba abakaze bayivumeka ithimba labashushisi abakhulu-ke lapho-ke kepha uyasho khona nje ngemuva kwenkulumo zabo noma ngesikhathi kade bekhulumisana khona njalo bexoxa ithimba lakhe ithimba labashushisi-ke lapho-ke kulabamtshela khona ethizeni ngoba kade besaphina-ke icala futhi bona bathatha isinqumo sokuthizeni lo nto leyo ingenzeki mhlawumbe abaza nohlangothi lokuthi lolo daba lolo lungenzeki athi akusuye futhi yena lapho-ke akanawo umthelela walolu daba lolo.
And lastly, my lord, it will really be, I think, difficult for me and to an extent unfair if then I'm placed in a position where I must speak on behalf of the NPA, because then I don't think I have that ground. I did my part. I presented the evidence and I indicated what was discussed. I'm not sure if I'm in a position to take it further than that insofar as the decisions that the NPA take, my lord. I don't think I'm qualified to do that.
Athena-ke acabanga ukuthi usesimeni esiqondile noma esimeni esikahle thizeni kakhulu mayelana ney'nqumo ethathwa lapho-ke ithimba labashushisi abakhulu kuhhovisi labashushisi abakhulu-ke lapho-ke ngoba-ke bona-ke basebenza ngendlela yabo ekhethekile eyaziwa yibona kuphela yena-ke athi akanalo ulwazi ukuthi bona basebenza kanjani uma ngaba iza kudaba lokuthi bathatheke iy'nqumo athi futhi akazi ukuthi isizathu yini sokuthi incwadebe ukuthi bangamniki bangayivumi-ke lapho-ke noma bangamvumeli noma mhlawumbe bayinqabe incwadi yakhe kade ayicelile ekuthizeni naye bamthwese icala futhi mayelana nokuthi aboshwe futhi athwese icala njengokufana nabasolo.
Those are my responses, my lord.
Athi yebo iyona-ke impendulo yakhe leyo.
Brigadier, you've mentioned the reason why it was not approved. It was for further instructions. My question was very simple. What did this mean, this further instruction? What was this further instructions for?
Bathi bakuzile-ke umbuzo-ke mnumzana obabubrigadier Gininda ukuthi kungani bengayivumile incwadi isicelo sakhe okuthizeni ukhele ukhuluma naye aboshwe futhi athwese amacala njengabasolwa wakhe esothi wena kungemuva kwey'nkulumo zenu-ke lezo akhe ninazo-ke lapho-ke manje ummeli ufisa ukwazi ukuthi iy'nkulumo ziphi-ke lezo.
My lord, the procedure when you submit a docket to the DPP, you submit the docket and then you leave. You do not sit, like for instance in this situation where there are 3 advocates. I've never been in a situation where I sit with them and hear their views insofar as the decision, particularly in the decision-making process, where I'm part of it. So that's why I'm saying it's difficult for me to be placed as to why action, insofar as Ms. Kelly Khumalo is concerned, was taken, because I was not there. All I can say is that there were instructions for further investigation at the beginning, and then subsequently the case then it kicked off, because when I applied for the warrant of arrest, the case had already kicked off in Boksburg. In other words, the first appearance on the 27th of October had already came and gone. And the next appearance, I think, was on the 27th of November, somewhere there. So I'm not sure if I can take it further than that, my lord, insofar as the NPA position is concerned. I'm not qualified, my lord, really, with due respect.
Athi yena-ke lapho kokwenzeka ngesikhathi kade amikisa-ke i-presentation yakhe mhlawumbe idocket lakhe kumahhovisi wethimba labashushisi abakhulu-ke lapho-ke athi yena kakaze ahlale phansi nabo futhi afune idocket nabo bese bakhulumisana ngedocket bebonkana mhlawumbe hlezi bebathathu-ke lapho-ke asithi mhlawumbe yena njengomholi lokade ahola-ke ithimba labaseshi bezesiphoyisa futhi nethimba labashushisi-ke lapho-ke athi yena into awayenza kuwukuthi amikise-ke idocket lapho-ke kuphela bese ahambe-ke lapho-ke athi akazi ukuthi bona ngesikhathi ade bebheke idocket ukuthi yini siphi isinqumo noma yini into balithatha isinqumo abasithatha-ke lapho-ke futhi athi ukhumbula khona nje ukuthi ngelanga lange-27 zaka-October ngesikhathi baqedela lapho-ke usesha icala mayelana nalo muntu othizeni-ke lapho-ke kade sele abasolwa bavele sebeqhamukile ngaphambi kwenkantolo yase-Boksburg ngelanga lange-27 zaka-October futhi athi acabanga khona nje ukuthi mhlawumbe baqhamuka ngaphambi kwenkantolo futhi ngelanga lange-27 zaka-November khona lapho akanaso isiqiniseko selanga lesibili ngesikhathi ade nivela ngaphambi kwenkosi yenkantolo.
And the instruction, my lord, for further investigations insofar as Ms. Kelly Khumalo was really the instruction that said find more evidence to connect Ms. Kelly Khumalo to the accused in this matter. It was just it was just around that, my lord.
Athi futhi malana nenkulumo ke yaqhamuka ekuthizeni ngesikhathi kade bemtshela kahamba ayophenya ayophenyisa isicala noma mhlawumbe enze ukuphenya kwecala kahle ngendlela eqondile futhi ngendlela ejulile kade bamtshela ukuthi yena ke noma mhlawumbe inkulumo kade ihambisana kulolu daba noma kade ihamba ngalolu hlangothi lokuthi kumele ukuthi ahambe ayophenya icala lakhe kahle ngendlela ejulile futhi ngendlela eqondile ke bese abuye athole ukuthi ngabe yini exhumanisa uKheli Khumalo futhi nabasolwa kuleli cala leli.
That's my response, my lord.
Athi yona ke impendulo yakhe anayo leyo.
Thank you, Brigadier. At least the final point, it sounds more intelligent. The instruction that came from the office of the DPP was to the effect that go find more evidence to connect Kelly to the accused person, and therefore on those bases, we won't authorize, we won't authorize that a warrant of arrest against her should be issued.
Athi lapho ke uyabonga ke babu Brigadier Kininda ngoba impilo yona impilo ehlakaniphile le impilo yogcina uyikhulumile athi lapho kusubatshela ukuthi wena ke hamba uyothola ufakazi obuqondile futhi ufakazi lobo obuxhumanisa ke abasola bonkana futhi noKheli Khumalo ngaphambi kokuthi ke ithimba labashushisa abakhulu noma ihhovisi abashushisa abakhulu ke lapho ke bavume mana nesicelo sakho sencwadi yakho ekuthizeni uKheli Khumalo naye aboshwe.
I'm listening, my lord.
Athi yebo ngilalele.
Now, in other words, that which you had presented to the office of the DPP, with which you are trying to link Kheli Khumalo to the commission of these offenses here, the DPP looked at it and found that it had it's something that they cannot use to drag Kelly or to match Kelly into the court.
As a court, please, my lord. I really fail to understand this line of cross-examination. The witness has repeatedly said he doesn't know what the reasons are, why the office, the DPP took this particular decision, and we submit, my lord, that it's unfair now to ask this question to the witness. He's already said he can't take it further than that. As a court,
Maybe the state is listening to another evidence here. The witness says, I cannot take it further than that.
I think these acerbic and obnoxious comments from my learned friends should now come to a stop. I think he should just carry on with his work without having to make these ad hominem attacks.
This witness says, I'm unable to take it further than that. But because he's such an laborious person, he finally comes to a point where he says that he was instructed to go find more evidence to connect Kelly to the accused persons. That is the reason why I am saying that apparently the state is listening, it's not listening to the same evidence that we're listening to here. Whether that is acerbic or what, it's for him to make that judgment. But I'm meticulously listening to this witness, which is the reason why I am then saying, Brigadier Kininda, thank you very much. Because at least what you have just said in the last part of your answer makes sense. That the DPP said to you, we are unable to authorize that warrant of arrest because what you have brought to us now is insufficient. Can you please go and find more evidence in order to connect Kheli Khumalo to this accused person? It came from this witness. So what is acerbic there? But in any event, let me proceed.
Now the acerbic,
Let me proceed, my lord.
it's not what you are saying, it's what your comment is.
That the state is not listening to the same evidence.
Yeah.
Exactly, my lord, because I do not expect such an objection from
You know
my
what?
colleague.
You guys have
or
lectured you.
of such a senior level.
Mr. Mnisi, I've lectured you on the discourse of court proceedings.
Yes.
I actually read how you mustn't address each other. That's why I'm keeping quiet now. That's why I'm keeping quiet.
I think it's best for the court, my lord, to keep
Yeah,
quiet.
because
Yes. Because
I've
then the-
realized that
Yes.
some councils here,
Yes.
they don't care about etiquette, the etiquette and the decorum of court. He's listening to another case. That's why he's taking offense. Because he's
Exactly, my
only
lord.
listening to this case. And if you interpret that he's listening to another case, somebody angathi udakiwe mos.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
no interpretation. The
I don't know,
interpretation.
I don't
If
know,
he's listening
I
to
don't
another
know.
case and he's sitting
All-
here with me for 5 hours a day, then there's something wrong with him. That's how he interprets it. You can ask him.
My lord, the fact that somebody would say he's drunk, that doesn't come from me.
Yes.
It didn't come from me. I am only making that submission
You must,
simply
you
because.
must analyze the word acerbic. Analyze it. Fine. Let's continue.
We can have a dictionary, my lord. that
No,
we
no,
can
I don't,
analyze
me, I
this.
know. I don't want the dictionary. You can
Okay,
check
then
it.
I do not know it.
Yeah, fine.
Yes. But the fact of the matter is, at least this witness ultimately, painfully so, he mentioned that ultimately the office of the DPP told him to go find more evidence against Kelly Kumalo in order to tie her in this case. And thank you very much for that, sir.
My lord, I think I'm being quoted out of context. I've said that part and I've said it proper, so perhaps let me then start again. I said prior to the appearance of this accused, Ms. Kelly Kumalo was part of the people based on the evidence that we had, which I was of the view that she should be arraigned with the accused. We then,
Athi-ke ufakazi ngixolisa baba ngixolisa. Athi-ke ufakazi lapho ke yena-ke abamzwile kahle futhi ucanga ukuthi mhlawumbe lolu daba lolu alidikide ngandlela elandelayo mhlawumbe alusho ngale ndlela elandelayo. Athi ngaphambi kokuthi abasola baqhamuke ngaphambi kwenkosi yenkantolo kade-ke analo-ke ulwazi oluthizeni ulwazi lolo-ke kade luxhumanisa ukhile futhi nabasolwa kepha-ke ngesikhathi beqeda uvela ngaphambi kwenkosi yenkantolo.
so in essence, my lord, I'm saying when we made the first memorandum presenting the evidence which involved this accused, same was done insofar as Ms. Kelly Kumalo, and the same desire to have her arraigned was placed there at the beginning. That is now prior to the first appearance and the issuing of indictment.
Athi ngaphambi kokuthi bayowenza bona-ke lapho-ke memorandum yabo noma memorandum yokuqala kade lokhu lohlelo abalenza mayelana nabasolwa ilolu abalenza futhi mayelana noKelly Khumalo ngaphambi ukuthi abasolwa bovela ngaphambi kwenkosi yenkantolo.
Indictment came with the 5 accused, and that is where the instructions for further investigation insofar as Ms. Kelly Kumalo to add this accused then came as a response insofar as she is concerned.
Athi-ke lapho-ke khona-ke umbhalo mhlawumbe noma incwadi yaqhamuka lapho-ke incwadi le eqhamuka kwithimba noma kwihhovisi labashushisi abakhulu-ke lapho-ke la ibhala khona-ke amacala ekuthosa kubona-ke abantu futhi namagama wabasolwa-ke lapho-ke athi kuleyo ncwadi le kade kubhalwe-ke abasolwa abahlanu nje kuphela-ke bese ngemuva kwalokho bamtshela-ke lapha kwihhovisi labashushisi abakhulu ekuthizeni akahambe okwenza-ke ophenya icala noma osesha-ke icala ekuthizeni athole lokhu kade kumele ukuthi akuthole kuxhumanisa phakathi kwabasolwa futhi noKelly Khumalo.
That was done, my lord, which resulted now in the application, the statement that we're referring to, that we needed to arrest Ms. Kelly Khumalo in November 2014.
Athi lokho kwenziwa futhi manje nesicelo lesi wasenza-ke kade kungumnyaka kaNovember ngo-2014 ngenyanga kaNovember ngesikhathi wathola incwadi leyo ekuthizeni acela incwadi ekuthizeni-ke bamthwese noma aboshwe.
And this is the part, my lord, I'm referring to say it will be now unfair, and I'll be placed in a difficult position where I must now indicate why a decision insofar as that was not taken by the DPP, because I can't speak on behalf of the DPP. Instructions were given, followed, complied, but I do know that the strategy, as the matter was already enrolled, and I wanted to be clear, my lord, that what was clear, there was no denial or refusal that the DPP wants to pursue, want to proceed against Ms. Kelly Khumalo. But the difficulty is, I can't speak on behalf of the DPP, my lord. I followed the instructions, presented the evidence, and I think if this issue must be taken further, perhaps someone from DPP can deal with it, my lord. To place me there in that position, I think is really, because like I said, I don't sit in the decision-making situation. I don't have that authority, my lord.
Athi-ke lapho-ke na-ke manje selibambeka ngaphansi kwesimo esicala noma ngaphansi kwesimo esinzima-ke lapho-ke ngoba thina angekhe akhona ukuphendula-ke ihhovisi lethimba labashushisi uma ngabe thatha-ke inqumo ekuthizeni ngabe kungani bathatha lesinqumo basithathe sokuthi na-ke uKelly Khumalo angaqhamuke phambi kwenkosi enkantolo nabasola laba-ke futhi athi ngesikhathi ade bemtshela lokho-ke icala leli beselivele selifakiwe ngaphambi kwenkosi enkantolo inkantolo encane.
So that's how far I can take it, my lord. What I wanted to correct is the insinuation that the part of the further investigation came last. It's not the other way, it's the other way around. Memorandum, indictment comes on the 5 accused, further instructions comes insofar as Ms. Kelly Khumalo is concerned. That investigation was done and presented.
Athi lapho-ke memorandum wayenza lapho-ke ngemuva uthenze memorandum yakhe lapho bese kwabuya-ke indictment esho ukuthi ile phepha leli noma mhlawumbe le ncwadi lena-ke ebhalwa-ke amacala abathweswa-ke abantu futhi nenkantolo la bazovela ngaphambi kwayo futhi negama-ke labasolwa athi ngesikhathi bekathola-ke incwadi leyo-ke kade igama lakaKelly Khumalo lingekho ngaphakathi kwale ncwadi leyo-ke kepha amagama kade akhona-ke amagama abasolwa bonkana laba abahlanu abavela ngaphambi kwenkosi enkantolo esikhathini samanje kethe ngemuva kwalokho kulabamtshela khona ukuthi na-ke akahambe ayokwenza futhi umsebenzi wakhe futhi ngendlela ejulile ethizeni aphenye ukuthi noma mhlawumbe aseshe ukuthi ngabe yini exhumanisa uKelly Khumalo futhi nabasola.
That's my response, my lord.
You saying, Brigadier, November 2014. I heard you saying that. November 2014 is almost a month after the death of the deceased. Were you already an investigating officer then?
Bathi ngizokhuluma ngenyanga kaNovember ngomnyaka 2014. Ukhumbule khona njalo ngoNovember ngomnyaka 2014 bengemuva nje kwesikhathi senyanga eyodwa ngemuva kokushona kukamufi. Ngabe ngizwe kahle yini Fakazi?
No. I think I made a mistake, my lord. That is why I said the accused made the first appearance on the 27th of October. The year should have been 2020, and the November I'm referring to is the one of 2020. So there was an error on my side, my lord.
Athi lapho ucabanga ukuthi wenze iphutha lapho-ke ngoba-ke abasolwa-ke ngesikhathi bevela ngaphambi kwenkosi enkantolo encane kade noma ngaphansi kwenkantolo encane-ke lapho-ke kade ku-27 zaka-October ngomnyaka ka-2020 nathi ngoba athi 2014 lapho kwathi wenze iphutha.
Let us put this item at rest, Brigadier. The directive that he got from the DPP's office with regard to the fact that the warrant of arrest against Kelly could not be authorized is because they were requesting you to go find more evidence to connect Kelly to the 5 accused. So, in short.
Bathi nje ngokunciphile baba usho ukuthi ngesikhathi kade uthola-ke lapho-ke inkulumo eqhamuka kuvisi lethimba labashushisi abakhulu kukuthi bacela ukuthi wena-ke uhambe uyosesha icala. Uma usesha icala bese uthola-ke ufakazi obuxhumanisa uKelly Khumalo futhi nabasola bobahlanu laba abavela ngaphambi kwenkosi enkantolo athi akusinjalo yini?
That was the instruction at the beginning, my lord, and that instruction was complied with. Hence, I'm saying in November 2020, there was then this application which contained more evidence that we had prior to the presentation, or that we had when we presented the memorandum.
Athi yebo khona-ke kunjalo kepha lokho kwenza ngomnyaka 2020 kepha ngesikhathi kusenzeka lokho-ke kula kade naye-ke kade sekamikisile i-presentation futhi kungemuva kokuthi bekavele anolwazi oluningi futhi ulwazi olujulile.
Now, you are saying, subsequent to this first directive that you need to go get more information to connect Kelly to the 5, to the accused, you complied with those instructions and returned the case docket to the office of the DPP. Is that what you're saying?
Athi ngabe usho ukuthi ngemuva ukuthi kutholeke inkulumo lokuthi hamba uyokusesha icala noma uyophenya icala-ke lapho-ke leli bese uthola ulwazi oluxhumanisa-ke uKelly Khumalo futhi nabasola bobahlanu labaqhamuka phambi kwenkosi yenkantolo. Athi usho ukuthi ngemuva kade umikisa lolo lwazi bonalo dokhethi kwena?
No. What I'm saying is, the office of the DPP says to Brigadier Kininda, at this moment, we are unable to allow the authorization of the warrant of arrest against Kelly Khumalo because we want you to go and find more evidence to connect Kelly Khumalo to the accused. Let's hold it there.
isilungiso-ke lapho-ke bathi umnumzana ubabubhrigadiya Gininde bamtshela ukuthi ithimba lehhovisi abashusisi abakhulu kuwukuthi akahambe-ke athole ulwazi olo-ke oluningi futhi olujulile oluxhumanisa abasola bobahlanu-ke futhi noKelly Khumalo ngaphambi ukuthi bavume mayelana nodaba lencwadi yakhe yesicelo ekuthi ziyena-ke aboshwe.
Now, is he then saying, subsequent to this instruction, he went out and did further investigation and then remitted that case to get back to the office of the Director of Public Prosecutions?
Bathi-ke ngemuva kwale nkulumo shuthi wena-ke wahamba wasesha icala noma mhlawumbe waphenya icala bese ngemuva kwalokho wabuya futhi wamikisa idokethe kuthimba labashushisi abakhulu.
Because I heard him saying that those instructions were complied with.
Ngoba athi uzwe usithi inkulumo yabo wayisala emuva bese wenza njengoba kade utsheliwe.
Yes, my lord. As I indicated, it was a prosecutorial-driven investigation. The directive for further investigation came from the office of the DPP. Once that was done, the presentation was made to the same office because that was the prosecuting authority. I couldn't take it elsewhere because you get directives in that office.
Athi yebo khona-ke kunjalo ngoba ukhumbule khona njalo lapho-ke yena kuthola-ke inkulumo futhi kade besebenzisana ithimba leziphoyisa labaseshi noma ithimba labashushisi futhi ithimba leziphoyisa kade besebenzisana ndawonye-ke lapho-ke athi yebo walalela futhi inkulumo yabo kuthizeni akahambe othola-ke ulwazi olugcwele noma mhlawumbe aseshe icala ngokugcwele. Athi ngemuva kwalokho siwamikisa lokhu ade akutholile futhi lapho-ke nakazi ukuthi isinqumo uma sithathwa lapha basatha ngaphansi kwey'hlalo ezinjani-ke noma ngaphansi kwesimo esinjani ngoba lapho-ke akasebenzi khona-ke futhi uma abashushisi bethatha iy'nqumo yena akakho lapho.
Yeah, no, I hear that. And then, subsequent to this later submission of the case docket by yourself to the office of the DPP, then the office of the DPP came with a final decision on who must be indicted and on who must not be indicted, not so?
Bathi-ke shuthi ngemuva kokuthi wena-ke umikise-ke isubmission yakho mhlawumbe umikise-ke ulwazi lakho ngemuva kwesikhathi-ke lapho-ke usho ukuthi ithimba labashushisi bathatha isinqumo sokuthi ubani kumele ukuthi athweswe icala nokuthi ubani kungamele athweswe icala akusenjalo yini?
No, it's not like that. It's incorrect, my lord.
Athi cha akukho njalo akulona iqiniso lelo.
The first submission was made prior to October 2020. That submission included Ms. Kelly Khumalo.
Athi lapho-ke ngesikhathi bekayimikisa ipresentation yakhe noma mhlawumbe isubmission yakhe lokho kwenzeka ngaphambi komnyaka ka-2020 futhi lapho-ke noKelly Khumalo kade akhona ngaphakathi kwesubmission yakhe futhi equkethiwe igama lakhe lapho-ke.
Now, in response to that submission, my lord, an indictment that we referred to yesterday, the BNG1, dated 22 October 2020 was given, and in that indictment, these accused were people that were choosing to say you can proceed with the 5 accused on the following charges, which is what we referred to yesterday on BNG1, my lord.
Athi lapho-ke ngesikhathi bekaya lapho-ke ethola lokho-ke abathi i-BNG1 ngelanga lange-22 zaka-October ngomnyaka ka-2020 ngesikhathi bekathola-ke incwadi leqhamuka kwithimba lehhovisi labashushisi abakhulu kula batshelwa khona-ke mayelana nodaba lencwadi lapho kade ibhaliwe khona-ke ekuthizeni kumele aqhubeke necala lakhe mayelana nalabantu abalandelayo-ke abahlanu abavela phambi kwenkesenkantolo kumanje.
The warrant of arrest, my lord, affidavit was made by me, and then it was authorized on the 23rd of October 2020 for all 5 accused. Warrants of arrest were issued.
Athi lapho-ke bale ncwadi ukuthi-ke abasola baboshwe-ke lapho-ke incwadi leyo bayivuma futhi bese bayikhipha-ke ngelanga lange-23 zaka-October ngomnyaka ka-2020 ngomnyaka ka-2020-ke lapho-ke mayelana nabasola bobahlanu laba abaqhamuka phambi kwenkesenkantolo kumanje.
Insofar as Ms. Kelly Khumalo, further instructions were given to say go and do further investigation at that stage, my lord.
Athi futhi mayelana nodaba lakaKelly Khumalo kulapho kwaqhamuka khona-ke inkulumo kuwukuthi yena-ke akahambe ufakazi ayosesha icala ngokugcwele futhi ngokujulile mayelana nodaba lakaKelly Khumalo.
The accused before court were notified of these charges. Notice of rights were given to them on the 26th of October 2020, and on the 27th of October 2020, they made the first appearance in Boksburg Magistrate Court. That is October now, 2020.
Athi-ke futhi uMajobele ngingazela kathi ngelanga lange-26 zaka-October ngomnyaka ka-2020 kula khona-ke naboshwa ngalo-ke bese mqeda uboshwa nafundela amalungelo enu. Ngemuthi nifundela amalungelo enu bese ngelanga elilandelayo ilanga lange-27 zaka-October ngomnyaka ka-2020 bese naqala navela ngaphambi kwenkosi yenkantolo okokuqala ngaphansi kwenkantolo yaseBoksburg.
Now, subsequent to that, my lord, instructions or the instructions for further investigations were being conducted by me and the team. Then in November of 2020, after collecting more evidence, this docket now, this is the part we are referring to, the second part, was then submitted again with the evidence and the proposal that Kelly should now be added. This is now the second time around insofar as Ms. Kelly Khumalo is concerned.
Athi-ke malana nodaba lakaKelly Khumalo ngenyanga kaNovember ke ngomnyaka ka-2020 ngesikhathi bekamikisa-ke ingxenye yosesha kwicala lakhe yena-ke nethimba lakhe kade besesha khona-ke mayelana nodaba lakaKelly Khumalo mayelana nolwazi kade belitholile lapho-ke kulaba alimikisa khona-ke bese bacela ukuthi uKelly Khumalo abamjobelele kulabasola bamfake.
So that's what happened, my lord. So the matter in essence was already enrolled when I complied with the instructions of further investigation from Ms. Kelly Khumalo.
Athi lapho-ke yiyona-ke indlela ekwenzeka ngayo-ke izinto-ke lapho-ke futhi yena wayilalela inkulumo kade bemtshele yona-ke ithimba lehhovisi abashushiswa abakhulu bese wesala-ke emuva wenza njengoba kade bemtshelile.
Thank you, Brigadier. I just want to make assurances doubly sure that I follow what you're saying. In brief, you submitted this docket and your memorandum to the office of the DPP where you also recommended that Kelly Khumalo must be charged, not so?
Athi-ke ngokunciphile yona-ke wasubmitha idokhethi leli-ke kwithimba lehhovisi abashushiswa abakhulu-ke bese wacela ukuthi uKelly Khumalo abamjobelele nabamfake lana kulabasola kusenjalo.
That's correct, my lord.
Athi yebo kunjalo.
The DPP went through that memorandum and a case docket and decided to indict the 5 accused that are before court here and gave you instructions to go get more evidence to connect Kelly to or with these 5 accused persons.
Athi lapho kusho ithimba labashushiswa abakhulu bese bakunika lapho indictment noma incwadi bayibiza ukuthi indictment incwadi leyo-ke ibhala amagama abasolwa futhi amacala abathwesa bona-ke futhi ngemuva kwalapho bese bakutshela ukuthi wena hamba uyokwenza uphenya kwicala lakho mayelana noKelly Khumalo uthole ulwazi olumxhumanisa nabasola bonkana kusenjalo.
My lord, further instructions were given insofar as Ms. Kelly Khumalo.
Athi lapho-ke khona-ke inkulumo abamtshela yona-ke mayelana nodaba lukaKelly Khumalo.
Yes. Some of which are go find more evidence to connect Kelly Khumalo with these accused persons in the commission of the offense, not so?
Bathi mina nenkulumo-ke lapho okade bekutshele yona-ke ithimba labashushiswa abakhulu kuwukuthi thola ulwazi olujulile noma ulwazi oluningi ulwazi lolo okuzoba ufakazi mayelana nokuxhumana kwabasolwa abaqhamuka ngaphambi kwesenkantolo futhi noKelly Khumalo mayelana naso lesigameko lesi akusenjalo.
Yes, that could have been part of it, but it was basically to obtain evidence, my lord, that will link it to the offense.
Athi yebo lokho kade kuzohambisana nalokho kepha bekuwukuthi sitholeke ufakazi obuxhumanisa-ke obuxhumana nobunye ufakazi esinabo kulicala.
Thank you. Now, in the meantime, warrant of arrest were authorized against these 5 accused now.
Athi-ke ngesikhathi leso kwesakhipha-ke incwadi ukuthi-ke abasola bonkana laba abahlanu-ke ababoshwe.
That is correct, my lord.
Yebo kunjalo.
The warrant of arrest were executed and ultimately they made their first appearance in Boksburg somewhere in 27 October 2020, not so?
Bathi lapho-ke ngemuva ukuthi bakhiphe incwadi thize-ke abasola ababoshwe incwadi ngemuva bayikhiphe bese nayisala emuva na incwadi leyo bese nabathola abasola nababopha-ke ngemuva ukuthi abasola ababoshwe ukuthi baqala bavela ngaphambi kwenkantolo-ke encane yaseBoksburg-ke lapho-ke ngelanga lange-27 zaka-October ngomnyaka ka-2020 akusenjalo.
That is correct, my lord.
Athi yebo kunjalo.
Thank you. And then around November, you then took, now I don't know whether you wrote another memorandum, but then you then took the case docket that you were investigating with whatever that you would have unearthed subsequent to the indictment of this accused person and the instruction that you got from the DPP. You took it back to the office of the DPP to decide whether or not Kelly must be indicted, not so.
Bathi lapho kona umikisa ke futhi akazi mhlawumbe angathi docket noma indictment ngesikhathi bohamba ngonyanga kaNovember ngomnyaka ka2020 uya lapha kuhhovisi abashushisi abakhulu mayelana nolwazi adulutholile bese wacela ukuthi wena uKelly Khumalo abamfake kulaba sola mhlawumbe bamjobelele kulaba sola kusenjalo yini.
That is correct, my lord.
Athi yebo kunjalo.
Would that be the time when you made an application for a warrant of arrest?
Bathi ngabo yisona ke isikhathi leso la kade wena ke wenza incwadi yesicelo sokuthi uKelly Khumalo akaboshwe.
That is correct, my lord.
Athi yebo kunjalo.
Thank you. And that was in November 2020.
Bathi lokho ngabe kwenzeka ngenyanga kaNovember ngomnyaka ka2020.
That is correct, my lord.
Athi yebo kunjalo.
Thank you. And the trial at the High Court commenced when in 2023, ne? Before the Honorable Judge Judge Maumela, that was in 2022. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I was not yet. Oh, in 2022. Thank you.
Bathi ke ngesikhathi ke icala behlelele phansi ngaphambi kwenkosi enkantolo noma ngaphambi kwenkantolo ephakeme kade kumnyaka 2022 futhi inkosi enkantolo kade ku Judge Maumela kusenjalo.
That is correct, my lord.
Athi yebo kunjalo.
And up until that moment, a decision had not yet been made by the Office of the DPP to charge Kelly or not.
Bathi ke suthi ngaso lesikhathi leso isinqumo kade singaqhamuki kuba kwithimba labashushisi abakhulu ekuthizeni bathwese uKelly Khumalo amacala noma bangamthwesi amacala kusenjalo.
That is correct, my lord.
Athi yebo kunjalo.
And this is despite the fact that you had, November 2020, placed the information that was contained in the docket against her. That's now the new information that you received, not so?
Suthi ngaphandle kokuthi wena kade umikiseke ulwazi olusha kade unalo ke ngenyanga kaNovember ngomnyaka 2020 ngabe akusinjalo yini.
Yes, I did submit the docket in November 2020, my lord.
Athi yebo kunjalo ngalimikisa mina ke docket ngenyanga kaNovember ngomnyaka ka2020.
Thank you. Now, we're in a position, or we're in a situation where the 5 accused we're in a position where the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions takes a decision and say, let us indict these 5 accused persons who are now appearing here at court. But with regard to Kelly, let us see if there's information that will come up for us to be able to give our instruction to indict her. But for now, we do not indict her.
Bathi manje athi ummeli manje singaphansi kwesimo ke isimo lisihamba ngalendlela elandelayo. Isimo sakhona ukuthi ithimba leoffice abashushisi abakhulu eNational Director of Prosecution ukuthi bathi bona ke asithwese abasola abahlanu amacala bese ke uKelly Khumalo nasime kancane ngayo.
Please, my lord. I think counsel is saying that with the greatest of respect is misconceiving the evidence of the witness. The witness has confined his response not only to the evidence but also to strategy, which counsel doesn't touch upon. The witness has said it also boils down to question of strategy, so it's not only about the evidence.
My lord, I can talk about what is before this court. I can speak about what is before this court. Before this court, the 5 accused persons that the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions decided to indict. But in the memorandum and the case docket, we know, in terms of the evidence of this witness, that he recommended that Kelly Khumalo must also be charged. Then the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution says, no, we are unable to issue that directive now because we want you to go get more evidence against Kelly to connect her against these individuals. It will be very imprudent of me to start to talk about strategies. This court is not concerned about strategies, it's concerned about what is before him now. And I can only confront this witness about what is before this court. And before this court, are these 5 accused persons, and what is also before this court is what this witness has said about Kelly. Thank you.